And I'm back, we are back. I have a special guest, Pentala Harikrishna. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
I was mentioning in Gukesh's game that it's not easy to develop the initiative in the right way, being pawn down, but with two bishops, I said that I would need to have someone next to me, like an endgame virtuoso expert, that you are very high on my list. Yeah, how would you assess this position? Of course, Engine says that there is a compensation, but what are the next moves? This is what actually...
I think black is kind of stuck with these knights, and white has both the rooks on the open files, and c5 knight and d7 knight are a bit stuck, and it's quite unclear where black's king is going to go, to g8 or c8, and both have some problems, because if you go long castle, let's say some knight g5 things, and also c5 knight and d7 knight can be a problem, and with short castle there can be some jumps like knight e5 or so on.
So they played few moves. So knight e5 was played. No, sorry.
No, it's white black
so
to play. Yeah.
Takes, bishop f6, rook d7.
Okay.
This is like drastic measure.
So knight d7, rook b7. His point is if knight moves, then knight e5, bishop c6 and fe6. Yeah. So okay. There are more moves.
So knight b6 just played. So this is the current position.
So I guess knight e5. I think knight e5 is what he must be. It's a bit strange that he's thinking now, because.
Okay, I have some issue with my mouse again, so we will need to discuss it without it. So the knight is traveling around.
Yeah.
We have some glitch. But okay, so knight e5 is the point.
Yeah, so knight e5, bishop takes e5, bishop c6, king f8, and fe5, with the idea rook b6.
Always there is a question, was this a right choice to play this kind of position? Of course, Movsesyan, he was very strong, 27-50 at his best. Now he's 26, he's more coaching, he's not at his prime. But regarding choice, opening choice, where to go, where to try to test?
Well, nowadays you can literally play anything. I mean, it's hard to say that this is the main opening, or like in some years ago you can say, okay, knight off and those things. But today, all top players play everything. It doesn't matter your opponent is playing more tournaments or less tournaments. So I would guess knight e5 just to put more pressure. And the thing is, I also don't see many other moves, as black is going to castle next. Okay. And pawn is hanging as well, right?
So Engine says that it's equal, but in practical play there is enough play for white.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's go to your team. Let's see how your team is doing. Yesterday you were playing very well out of the opening and everything, but somehow...
Yeah, I spent too much time, I guess, and it was important that I had more time when I needed to deliver the punch, starting around move 30 or a little bit earlier. And I had a very pleasant position, if not, significantly better for me. But it's over. It was yesterday.
Yes, so of course. Yeah, at some point we were discussing h5. Vidit was here, maybe h5, h4. I was thinking that maybe this jump to c3 looks so appealing, but maybe practically...
it was not necessary, because it kind of forced him to do what he did. So later I realized that maybe, knight c7, knight d5, just to hold this, and then... he was also under time pressure at some point.
Okay, so let me just find your
match 3.
Yeah. So I was commentating that it's not easy to win versus Marcus. He's known as a theoretician. These days he dropped a lot of rating, but it's not an easy matchup.
No, not
with
at
the
all.
black pieces.
Yeah, I think his peak was around 2700 some years ago. and he's quite well prepared in the opening, and of course it's not easy. Actually, in this position, if the pawn is on h7, I would just think that black is doing really well. But with pawn on h6, there are always some g4, g5s for white. But I'm sure that black is going to play d5. I mean, the moment he get a chance, he's going to play d5.
So last move was long
Knight
castle,
c5.
if I'm not
No, knight c5.
So this was okay. Yeah, knight c5. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think black can be satisfied. You know, he got a game, and d5 is coming next. And I guess he's gonna take knight c5, dc5, queen e1, something like that.
Okay.
And to push g4, g5, this could be an idea.
White can go,
but
maybe.
also it's a little bit strange. The king is on b1 and
Yes.
rook on c1. So
Yes.
yeah, I think Vincent can be
c5,
satisfied.
c4, b5.
Yeah,
maybe.
c4, b5 sacrifice is coming. Yeah.
Okay, so it will be very interesting. So let's move on to the next board. Let's see how Vidit is doing. Have you watched the opening?
I think Vidit's position should be very good. He got everything in the center and nice control. Yeah, b3 was, I thought, a very nice move to get c4, c5, and then knight has to move from e7, and knight c3, knight b5 is coming. Yeah. Yeah, d5 is very nice.
Looks like a very good game.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, all white needs is knight g5, queen h5, and the game is over, actually. So, yeah, this, I think, with it should be, you know,
doing well.
Doing very well.
Let's see how David is doing.
So his opponent went for this. That's actually nice for David.
Okay. Usually white is slightly better, but also black is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, generally white has pleasant position here, but I guess when white is trying to force a draw, then you start exchanging pieces, and then with every exchange you are kind of, you know, giving some concessions.
Yes, exactly.
So therefore, I mean, this is typical. Like in few moves, actually, black is kind of you know, having some chances really. Like bishop c4 is pretty normal instead of rook c1, I guess. And just castle and then rook c1.
So he went for this, took on c6.
Yeah, now queen g5 is an issue, yeah. So g3, bishop h3, and suddenly it's a very tricky position.
Yeah, he cannot castle because of bishop h3, so he needs to find a way. King f1.
Yeah, but there is absolutely no need to do all this with you know, with the knight on d4, d5 and such a position. But psychologically you feel you are getting closer to a draw against high you know, highly rated, but this is not very good.
And Navarra is very good in this kind of...
Yeah, it's I mean, he has chance now for sure.
Because 2 rounds ago he played, or yesterday, I'm trying to recall something which didn't look like so great.
Yesterday I think this knight e5 move and something. It was yesterday. But later he found some nice trick to you know, to keep the chances. And
h5, h4.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So here.
Yeah, now rook d2 is a problem. Yeah.
Okay, maybe the computer will find a way, but for human, I think it will be very tough.
Especially like 5 moves ago, from that position, if you compare this, you are psychologically like, why did I let myself into this?
Exactly. So you're pointing out a lot of this psychological part. I think people tend to underestimate that it's not just playing a good moves or choosing good openings. It's also important where to go, how to put some pressure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
So let's go to the next board. Let's see. I know, of course, Ognjen Cvitan.
I think this Niels is doing very well.
first two games were very good from his side. Easy wins. Yesterday, opening this G6, it's not something so common, but he made it look very easy. He's quite efficient. So, Rook H3 coming.
Yeah, I mean.
Or Rook F3.
There are just too many things coming here.
So where did Black go wrong? Let's say some fast, quick advice. Normal. Or 97, usually 96, yeah, but.
Yeah, G6 he played, I think, yes. Bishop c4, yeah, Queen f3. Yeah, and I think Rook e7 is, Queen h3, Rook e7 is not so good because the Rook is really stuck on e7. And he, probably here he should do something.
Knight somewhere, knight b6 or...
Not easy, yeah, because sometimes f4, it feels like black is fine, but still some precision is needed, yeah. And after Rook e7, it's difficult because the Rook is stuck on e7.
It's a Scheveningen style move, but here it doesn't work. Kasparov played Rook e7, but not in this position.
Yeah, it works if the pawn is on f4 because then you are actually supporting the f7 pawn, right? So, yeah.
Okay, so Rook d1.
Yeah, now just Rook d3 and Rook h3.
Very good.
Yeah, this is nice. I like it.
Yeah, and then we have David Anton playing what's going on here.
There's a lot of moves.
Let's check.
Is there a delay?
Because no, here we are live.
Here you are live, yeah. Because when I check, it was maybe delayed and a lot of moves.
15 minutes delay for.
Okay.
So this is this whole line, Rook e1. I was playing, I guess you know it better. This is Bishop d2, f5.
It's kind of old, very like classical lines. I don't know how many years they have played Queen c2 also instead of Bishop d2. Okay. I don't know about Rook e1 actually. That's a bit strange.
Yeah,
normally d5 should be the thing. But he is kind of quite like, let's say he wants Queen c2, Knight c3, some Knight g5 maybe.
Yes,
but
yes. But it won't happen.
Too optimistic, yeah.
So Rook e1 is like a novelty, but probably not a good one.
Yeah, he just tried something, I guess. Yeah.
So he took
e4 or Knight a5, stopping b4.
e4.
That's a nice maneuver by Bishop c8 and Bishop d7. I don't know if it's the best, but it looks quite nice.
Okay, it's a practical play, of course, engine will say, but this is King Indian time.
f4 was his point in the idea of Bishop e5. Maybe e3 he could play, so then I am threatening to take on e4 and ef3, then I have at least e4 at some point, so probably e3 here could be better.
So he played this position. Okay, a good one as well.
Yeah. Now the bishop needs to come to e2 probably.
Yeah. Oh, nice. King f7, king e7, huh?
Yeah, it's safer there.
g5.
Yeah, now it's quite bad. Rook h8, rook h6 and rook h8.
It looks like a dream position now for black. And let's see Jonas.
Okay.
Let's start from the beginning.
Taimanov a3.
Yeah, quite popular.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks normal.
I think white should be a bit better.
Yes,
here.
looks normal.
G4, G5.
Yeah.
G5. G5 maybe is more to the point.
He didn't want to go G5.
Yeah. No, he wanted to stop knight d7, knight e5. But queen g3, then I can't get g5 because of knight h5. So
bishop e2 is needed.
Yeah, you are wasting some time here.
So why not now G5?
I would guess knight E8. No, knight E4. Sorry, knight E4 is
yes,
94.
yes.
That's why
rook C8 is the line. That's why rook D4.
Yeah.
Queen C5.
Rook HD1. So he stopped G5. Yeah.
H4 is mistake for some reason. Which kind of tactics can happen?
So it has to be D5 then,
D5
no?
something, I don't know what else.
Yeah, D5, yeah, simply because ED5, knight D5, and he can't capture, and C3 and everything. So D5 must be the move.
And his opponent is thinking.
He's thinking now.
Yes.
That's not good news.
So he will play D5. Probably, because if you're playing Sicilian, you want to go D5 at some stage.
Actually, the problem is that psychologically you feel G5 is coming, so you want to do something. You can't go knight D7. So the only moves which you will consider is either rook C6 or D5. So from that perspective, he might go for D5.
Is there any G5 after D5? No.
No,
no, nothing.
Knight D4.
Yeah. So you must take on D5.
Yeah.
Knight D5.
Knight D5.
Yeah.
And I can't play bishop D2 because rook is hanging, and bishop E5, then knight C3 and queen C. I mean, it's not the position which you want to play.
All other positions are fine except this one. So this D5 is some kind of
turning. D5 can be a bit annoying, yes, here.
Yeah, and I see that Jonas has burned some time in the process.
His opponent is thinking, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we have them on the camera. We can go even full screen just to see, to feel a bit. You know your player better. You are like famous for this team spirit. Last year winner. How long you are playing for Novy Bor?
So Novy Bor, I started 2014. So actually, I played here in 2013, but for another team. And next year in 2014 Bilbao, I started with Novy Bor. We finished second there, so it's like 10 years.
I remember Asian games, then you
couldn't play.
Yes, but in general you're playing.
Yeah, except the COVID year and 2023 I played all the years.
And basically it's similar team, maybe two names are different for last 5-6 years, but you are like a group with Grandilius, with David Anton.
Yeah, we did myself, David. We are there for a long time, and Niels 3 years, I think 3 or 4 years. Then Anton David also 3 years, and Vincent joined in 23, and Jonas joined this year. So it's like we have kind of some players from long time, and we have new fresh ideas, kind of a thing.
And you also live in Prague, right? Yeah. So you have this also connection, which is strong.
Yeah,
which is very strong. We have a move.
So he played D5.
So D5 just played, and rook D2 was.
But he is giving a pawn, yeah.
So knight takes.
Knight E4 he took, I think, and D4, and that's a pawn down. Yeah, he has to take rook D8 because rook E4, rook D2. So rook D8, I think black can capture. I think he will take rook D8. Yeah, it's a pawn up. Yeah, this doesn't look.
I still believe that he won't lose somehow.
Yeah, I also feel that he will hold eventually, but yeah, it needs some kind of some help.
For you, it's very important that he holds, not to shaking him a lot.
Yeah,
because
exactly. Draw is okay. Draw is okay on this board, because I think other boards are doing quite well. Vidit, Niels, and David Anton.
Let's check a little bit more. For example, shall we go to Arjun?
Yeah, let's check. Okay, this is.
This looks strategically lost, huh? C7 and then some queen D5.
Okay, if you exchange the queens, it's basically over with C7 and I mean, even if you don't exchange, it's just so good with bishop on d5. Yeah, c7 is clean.
Aravind, that was interesting. I was following, and it doesn't look so simple at all. This line with the black.
This is some long variation, I
Yes.
think, long line. How did he lose this b2 pawn?
So we can check. So let's see. I'll try.
I think just okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It was this line.
Yeah.
Well known. King e2, yeah. Knight f2, 3. Knight f2.
King f3, knight
Yeah.
e7, bishop e3, bishop c5, take.
Very popular line.
Yeah, I think this is okay.
Risky a bit to play with black pieces, huh? But okay.
Yeah, but he wants to keep chances. Yeah, I mean, for sure he understands.
He was unhappy around this.
Maybe
few moments.
b5 was the move. Yeah.
Yeah. Few
Maybe
moments ago,
b5
he was
could-
quite unhappy.
Right. Because b5 stops also knight c6, knight d4, and then you kind of have a4, a5 break.
Yeah, but so he took on c5, which was probably not.
Yeah, then he has knight c6, knight d4, and
this is what
this is
had happened.
yeah. Then king e7, and this is nice.
But still.
Yeah, long way,
Yeah.
of course, long way.
So who else we can check? So we will follow your
Yeah,
game.
let's
Let's
check
go back to
Gukesh.
Gukesh.
Okay, so knight e5 indeed happened. Short castle.
Let's just briefly,
Yeah.
quickly, maybe show to our viewers. So this was the case.
Yeah, knight c4. Yeah.
This is the position. So what do you think? Let's say fast forward. What is the ideal scenario for white?
Well, knight e7, knight d5. You know, like to get this a7 pawn.
Mhm.
So I guess knight e7, but on the other hand, also you should not allow the rooks to come out, right?
Mhm.
So knight e7, another threat is maybe rook b4 in rook b4 and so on. So that's a threat. And if bishop e7, then you can go rook takes e7 and take the a7 pawn. So it's hard to say if it's winning, but on the other hand, you play without, you know, black has to be really careful to not be worse here. But at the other hand, you can also take bishop a7 and try to push a4, a5.
Mhm.
This is just, you know, straightforward.
Yeah. Also, white black has problem with this bishop, and
Yeah.
known as an empty bishop.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is actually the current state of affairs. Okay, Hari, thanks for coming. I believe that you will recover and be
Yeah,
an
thank you.
important player. Last year, I think you did a very good job for your
Yeah.
team, and of course that still there is enough around.
Yeah, sure.
Regarding many clubs, it's not easy because maybe one or two direct matches will be important.
It's hard to say. I mean, normally, like in Club Cup, 65 to 75 teams are usual, but this year it's like a record number of teams. It's like 102 teams in open section, and with 7 rounds, it's hard to understand. Like if we will play 4 matches, 4 strong matches, or how it's gonna go. But for sure, you know, we will play the contenders in the sense, like, you know, the Turkish team and
Super chess
Alkaloid,
maybe, yeah.
Super Chess, and also one of the other teams. Because it depends on how they also play, right? So
last year it allowed that you even lose a match, but you can still be first. But this year I'm not sure.
this year it's
Yeah.
not so clear. I mean, that involves a lot of calculation, which is very complicated anyways. But yeah, this year it's quite.
How about your next steps? World Cup,
Yeah, I'm gonna play in the World Cup in Goa.
you are first round free.
Yeah, first round I don't play.
And
so
then which matchup you are waiting?
So I will play the match between Nestorov and I forgot his
Okay.
opponent, but this matchup. And okay, in World Cup it's hard to prepare like 3-4 matches in ahead when any upset is possible. So
But it's in your home country. It's in Goa. Can you tell us what can player expect in Goa? It's November. Probably it's very nice.
in November it's very nice, and it's not going to be like super hot as usually people perceive. And I played in Goa in the year 2002. It was World Juniors, which Levon Aronian won at that time. So I'm looking forward to the World Cup, and I'm sure that the guests will have a wonderful time in Goa.
Regarding we all been to Olympia, Chennai. Difference between Chennai and Goa? Huge?
Yeah, it's huge. It's hard to say, but it's just different cultures in the sense, and I would put it like it's like different cultures, and although we played in little away from Chennai, so that's like more tourist on the coastal lane and so on. So Goa will be different, and I don't know exactly the temperature because I'm not from Goa. I'm from Hyderabad. But it will be pleasant.
And last thing, is it some kind of pressure, additional pressure for you to play in India, that event?
No, I always enjoyed playing in India. I played several events. I won my World Juniors in India 2004 Cochin, and of course the Chennai Olympiad, and many events I played in India.
So you have pleasant memories.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for coming. Whenever you finish your game, you feel free to come and to share analysis. We have so many Indian viewers, but in general also people rooting, following you. So yeah, we would love to see you more.
Thank you very much.